Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is a quick movie review of X-Men Dark Phoenix. And this is the 7th installment in the X-Men franchise, and it's the 4th in the First Class movies. Directed by Simon Kinberg, and once again starring James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Nicholas Hoult, Sophie Turner, Ty Sheridan, and also starring Jessica Chastain. When the X-Men are called in to rescue some astronauts from a shuttle that's in distress, they're able to get all the astronauts out, but when Jean is left behind for a few minutes, she's struck by a solar flare, which enhances her power, makes her stronger, and also makes her, well, dangerous, as she is unable to control her power. And after a tragedy strikes, she leaves the X-Men school. Of course, knowing how dangerous she is, the X-Men try to find her. But the biggest question is, how are they going to stop her when she's so powerful? And Jessica Chastain here plays the villain who wants to use Jean Grey's powers, of course, for evil because she's a bad guy. I think Jessica Chastain is a very good actress, but in here I thought she was very wooden, which kind of surprised me. The other actors did pretty well with what they had, but there seems to be something missing from this movie. It's sadly pretty average. Some people have called it the worst X-Men movie. I don't think it's the worst. I think it's the weakest of the First Class movies, though, that's for sure. Both James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender do pretty well. They always give good performances in these, if you ask me. And I know this is probably one of the seminal X-Men stories. I'll be honest, I haven't read the Dark Phoenix saga. I know they tried it before in X-Men 3 and they failed. This one, apparently they failed again. But there is some interesting ideas here, like certain X-Men changing allegiances or getting help from the bad guys or something like that, but that pretty much happens in almost every X-Men movie. And another thing, you might be because of a victim of reshoots, a certain fan favourite character isn't in the movie that much. Maybe he was doing something else at the time. I think if you've seen the movie, you know which character I'm talking about. It seemed to be sidelined for most of the movie. As for Sophie Turner as Jean Grey, I think she does okay. She's been criticised a lot, but I haven't seen her in anything else. I actually have never watched Game of Thrones. Yeah, so apparently this is the last of the 20th Century Fox X-Men. As we know, 20th Century Fox was sold to Disney, which means that they own this, which means they can integrate the X-Men into the MCU, which apparently they're doing, which is going to be interesting to see what they do with the X-Men. As for me personally, I did find it really disappointing. Yeah. But I think underneath the surface there was a better story trying to get out. Apparently it's a bit more faithful to the comic book than Last Stand. Like I said, I haven't read it, so I don't know how close it is to it, but I found it to be disappointing. So I'll give it so my score for this is going to be 5 out of 10. Some good ideas, but not that good. As always, this is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.